They will be going now very soon into this ERANGEL game, first ERANGEL game of the day, the first one of 3 to be completely exact, and we'll be seeing where these teams will be dropping. Playing path going to go over Milton Power, going to be very focused around this southern river. So all the northern section, Nozaki, Severny, Starberg, Kameshki, and shooting range is going to be pretty hard to get access to, but you know, if you really want to try and get access up there, you can easily take yourself a car, rotate up north, and you should be fine. But hoping that with this plane path, we will be having a southern circle, maybe even a military base circle.
Oh, military base! I'd love to see it. This is a little bit similar of a plane trajectory as the first game in yesterday's broadcast. Only the first, it was in the opposite direction, and it was kind of, you know, a bit of in some way similar. So it's not too unfamiliar for these teams. They will look to go where they want to go. S&T will have easy access to Nova. We saw in previous games on ERANGEL yesterday, they would actually get a vehicle and specifically go there, even though the circle wasn't in the Novo location. So this is where they call home. They will go there by hook or by crook.
An ASR going over to military base. Not many teams, actually pretty much none, went for military base yesterday, and we're going to have, that's a very, very nice eastern circle. Not bad at all, seeing how that's that plane path will actually going. Have still a little boss of Novkas still involved. We're going to go over to Bad, of course, and SWAT 69. 2 teams will always fight for the control of this compound, but Khalid, you're going very far out there. Okay, you might want to be a little bit careful, my friend. You've got to get back over to the protection of your team, because you always know that SWAT 69, they always go for the northern outskirt of Pachinki. So he must notice some players there. So he's got to be very careful on his looting phase.
Yeah, but the other 2 players of SWAT 69 are quite far away, to the point where you could see an engagement from Bad as a full team, and SWAT 69 won't be able to respond more than anything. So that's something that King will have to be aware of, and the whole of SWAT 69 in the early parts of the game, because like I said, Team Pace, they've gotten a lot closer to them in the overall standings. They cannot afford to have a bad game just yet.
I mean, usually these fights never result in anything, right? They loot up, they get the hell out of here, especially SWAT 69 Bad. They like to play it, like stay there a little bit longer, loot up the entirety of Pachinki, which is really good for like a one team to actually loot up. And SWAT 69, they know this is not too valuable for them. They know this is not worth taking a fight over, especially on phase 1. Why the hell would any team in their right mind in tier 1 games ever take a tier 1 circle, a phase 1 circle fight? They're going to have the intention, but Moha was scouting out a little bit further, checking out the compound, but has been overtaken by Hamodi.
Something that they'll have to be careful about is the fact that SWAT 69, not SWAT 69, Bad are in a better position to disengage from Pachinki. And even though we're only 3 minutes into the game, the longer the likes of SWAT 69 leave it to disengage away from Pachinki on where they are currently located, the closer the other teams are in getting around them. But Hamodi nearly being caught out. The shot's not really connecting.
Did you just say
I did say
We're not going to go over that again.
Yeah, we are.
No, it's fine. Let's just the fight happen. Hamodi going to make it through. Hamodi, one of the big winning factors on that first ERANGEL game, allowing his team to actually get the win in the first place. So Hamodi definitely want to keep an eye out for him. And Team Frag, they send a scout over, like, okay, this compound is open for taking. We're going to send the cars, but they're going to leave. Okay, you know what? So they're just cancelling what I just said. Thank you very much, team. Thank you, Frag. Okay, what the hell?
Yeah, their Uber has arrived, have been picked up, and now they can look to just go where they want to go. It is going to be towards Watertown, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest.
We talked about it, right? It's not nice.
Yeah, it's not nice. I don't mind right now. The reason why is because Watertown isn't heavily inside the circle. It's on the edge, essentially the northwest edge of the circle, so it's not too bad, and it gives them easy access to maybe go up in the north side of the river and head back into the circle via like Yasnai. So it's not too bad. I'll let them away with it for now.
As long as they don't stay it too long. Like when we were casting Europe, we saw like Accelerate Esport always drop there, and they did not qualify because they stayed there so long. We got shut down.
I don't think that's the only reason, but
I think it's also like a reason why they didn't also have great loot, because the loot over there is like not insane for a 4-man squad. So you got to try and like, spread your wings a little bit more evenly if you want to try and get some loot to actually be able to take these fights head on. Again, if you have like, it's insane how like on tier 1 games, right? If you have a team with just a little bit of extra loot, because these are professional teams, they know exactly how to abuse that little bit of an advantage they have to actually shut down the opposing side.
I think the biggest thing that comes into play when it comes to looting, correct me if I'm wrong, is utility such as smokes and grenades. Definitely. I think that's the biggest thing because these are tier 1 players where they can knock and kill a player on half a clip on 5-10 bullets when it comes down to it. But that utility, those grenades, you're not always going to connect every single grenade. So you want 4, 5, 6 per player to really make them count.
Especially, definitely for the late game, you want to keep on hold on that utility for as long as you possibly can. And you know that those kind of compounds don't have a great loot. But a compound that has great loot is actually going to be where SNT are currently located on. That's going to be, of course, Novo. If you're on your own as a solo team, the loot is absolutely mental. So I'm really happy they actually got that. While NASR, they dropped early in military base. They're moving over to the eastern bridge to make it over to the mainland. They know that this is like a 0% chance almost of having the circle shift down south, shifting like really harshly every single time. So you go on Sosnovska. No gatekeeping will be set up, so they won't be really encountered any fight.
But here's the thing, they're doing it early, and I really like it, like pretty early, relatively early, especially compared to S&T. Now, what I think S&T will be doing on their playstyle is they're going to go, no, we're going to actually wait and take phase 1 tick damage. We're going to wait till phase 2 pops up, allow the teams to rotate a little bit more central inside the circle, and then make our way across, because either that or they will look to actually do what they did yesterday and rotate all the way to the western bridge.
I'd actually like that to be also the case, but you got to wait for teams to rotate. Doing it so early on would be very harsh.
Exactly.
While headquarters, they started rotating to on that western bridge just mentioned. They're going to try and find a little bit of a central position. But like normally what we saw a lot yesterday on all of the games, like teams like to go for the center. That's what we mentioned on Sanhawk. And then you're going to have a lot of room on the sides, and they're going to wait to rotate as late as they can to avoid detection, avoid getting gatekeeped early on, which I think is a really nice playstyle. They do enjoy casting on these games of Middle East and Africa. While Jordanian squad, you know, they got a lot of cars. They're going for a 2-on-1 split, and they're going to make their way back towards the center.
Spot 69, they have 2 players on Potato Hill so far. Not bad, but I'd love to see the full squad there, to be honest, because Potato Hill, it being such a vast and kind of big hill for Pachinki, that is hard to kind of keep under your control. It would make it a lot easier for you to keep hold of it if it is as a full squad.
Yeah, like fights in Potato Hills most of the time didn't go great yesterday. Like you had like 2 games that had that in their vicinity. They were a little bit weird in my opinion. It's good to hold on to, but taking fights on is kind of harsh sometimes because it is somewhat of a plateau, flat area at the end. So Jordanian squad, they know they're not going to commit. They don't have information if it's up there. That is very safe. We saw so many squads like rotate with cars next to it and they would just get completely destroyed. So I like that safe play style early on, of course, coming out from Jordanian squad.
Yeah, they were kind of thinking about it. They're like, should we go up it or will we just stay and kind of go around it? And nice choice from them is 963 squad are also rotating through, getting closer towards the center of the circle and look to occupy a compound as king. Looking for Jordanian squad.
Yep, taking a few shots with the M16, of course. Very stable weapon, but unfortunately, when it's in the car like that, especially a buggy, it's a little bit shaky. Can't hit your shots all the time. That is fine. Very split, though. Where are the other members of SWAT 69? They're very, very localized all around, like Potato Hill, but I'm not a complete fan.
2 of them are in Watertown. Oh my God. No. Hazoof. Not Hazoof.
He's trying to park himself, trying to do a little back session. He's behind the wall there. They should be committing for the frag. But now S&T, they never got in a fight over here. Never have they taken a fight on Sosnovka Island. They were not ready, and they were like just assuming things. And no, we said it right on the first game. You should never assume circles. You also never should assume where teams are currently localized. Always scout. Always make sure and go for safe rotation. Yeah. They will lose 1 member because of that.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's better than the full squad of S&T rolling up and getting caught out. Talk about getting caught out. Headquarters. Okay, with the vehicle being popped off by 963 squad.
963, they're in the same position where Yala Esport were in yesterday's game, and I talked about it. It's high ground, surrounded by roads, which gives you a lot of visibility, and it's mostly just fields and plateaus around it. So this is great from 963. I absolutely love it. It's pretty much dead center of the circle, though it is still a pretty big area, so your communications have to be on point for them to get information, but they showed their potential. I'm sure they can do it.
Now, they do have a couple of vehicles that they can look to disengage away from because they rotated on 3 vehicles to get to this point. And they do have to be careful because Kevin from Yala did actually take that kill away from 963. So that will alert even more heavily the members of the 963 squad to not peek too aggressively and get caught out by Yala.
Finest KO in the open looking good. Sad is trying to stay prone, avoid getting detected. Gets a nice knockdown actually on Boss. I do have to say, that's looking pretty damn sexy. Headquarters, they lost Lurker. Can they turn off the fight in a good way? That is not how you use doors, my friend. But he's going to try and make it through. Headquarters, going for the res, of course. They're in a nice compound next to the road. Those are like the best compounds at this stage to hold on to. But, oh no! Jordanian squad are out in 16th position. This is so bad for them, but so good for Team Pace on spot 69.
Oh my god, Jordanian squad out in 16th spot. Remember what I said about they can't really afford to have a bad game now, more than ever for the rest of the day. For the final 4 games coming up, they will need to get a chicken dinner as headquarters push back spot 69. Now they're looking towards the direction of 963, who are once again still on top of the hill with Hello Baby rotating around.
Yeah, hello, my band. They're going to be moving on forward, rushing through this. What? Okay, when they believe they could fly, but not for very long there, unfortunately. Okay.
They can touch the sky.
Yeah, I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Think about it every night and day. They spread their wings and fly away.
I mean, they're knocked, so I can't think they can fly away very far. But 963, unfortunately, they were holding the area that we said was very valuable, and I think that Hello Baiban should have known that that was an area that was going to get contested. It was contested yesterday by Yala Esport. 963 squad this time, they were the one to overtake it. Risky rotation, and it's like it's the same position as, for example, on Potato Hill. It should have not been necessary for Hello Baiban.
No, but this is what we are used to seeing from a lot of these MENA teams. They'll go kind of directly towards the center of the circle, not like rotating around, so to speak. They won't kind of be too passive. They'll just go, look, let's full send it. And if you leave it too late at this stage of the game, yeah, it's going to get caught out. And that's exactly what happened, even though a member of 96
How the hell did that happen?
Squad. Oh, maybe the US has, like, you know, those hydraulics, you know, on the hydraulic suspension. Yeah. That's probably what it was. They modded the US before getting into it, you know?
Oh my god. I would love to know what actually caused that. That was actually really funny. Yeah. But 963 now, they have to move up. The earlier the better, really, because it's a little bit downhill. You're going towards a plateau. Of course, if you can avoid rotating too late while getting pressured by the blue zone, that would be the best way to do it. Even though it's still like it's early days, it's still a very early phase of this game. The kick damage is not that heavy, so they can allow themselves to rotate late. But Yala Esport, they're going to be very reactive.
On a side note, the phase 3 shifted up north, Max. And when I mean up north, I mean like Yasnai, Pollyanna north. The fields of Yasnai are going to be heavily in play, and with a lot of teams already down south, it's going to make the rotations pretty heavy, although Team Fate, they have responded pretty well, rotating quickly. MTB getting potentially caught out by 963, who are inside the circle.
I would say you don't have a shack. This is a position I would not even take the fight. This is not, I say it, look at that. I said, don't take the fight. We look behind, boom, 3 members knocked away, getting flushed out one by one. Fate, they want to try and get a little bit of that party on MTB Military B, but a 963 squad, why in hell would you ever stay in a position like that when there's jacks and compounds all around you?
There's a warehouse right there. Just rotate in towards the warehouse, my friends. On a side note, a team that has a really good position in the center of the circle is Team Frag. Yeah, outside the fields.
They're helping out quite a little bit, but I am still like so sad. Like, why would they ever do that? 963, gotta try and move out, but here it is. Back up to the 5 years now. Pollyanna, Alpha Legends. Chicken dinner, game 1 on Sanhawk. That's a great nade from Faker. He's cooking up a little present for you, mate. And tricking up another one just to make it sure to connect. Didn't get quite knocked out, but he's forcing them out of the building. He picks up one, pulls off the bait. Now they instantly flush it out. Not looking good. Team Pace, oh my god, getting absolutely shredded to pieces by Faker. Absolute legend, but he's still got 2 other members on the other side of the field of Yasnaya. And these kills are looking so good for Alpha.
They are indeed. They're looking in a strong position. They're also split nicely as well in a 2-on-2. As we will see the blue zone starting to close in a phase 3. Faker and Kato now will look to join the rest of their team as they will be prepared to respond on the phase 4 circle shift.
just to inform you guys at home, 93 squad did indeed get confirmed out. They have been shut down. They take 15th position. I still have no idea why they did that. Hopefully they can try and improve from that and learn from it. Oh, nice shot from Insane on the SLR. Putting them a little bit low. Luckily enough, this is actually a shack that's not too bad for MTB Military B. The reason why, it's surrounded by roads. It's very flat. Getting close enough to chuck grenade is going to be really hard, but rotating away from it is going to be the real challenge.
Yeah, hello, Byban are still inside the blue zone on phase 4. That's going to hurt them a lot more heavily. S&T have been able to get in there. We have seen the circle shift to the northeast. It's outside of Yaz now. Frag are going to have to respond aggressively, which they are in the position of doing, as well as Fate are also doing something similar. Octavian from S&T knocked down, taken out, confirmed by Beshel.
No, MTB Military B, despite being in last position after the last game on Sandhog, they got 31 points, last slot overall. It's still not over. I got to say, like, mathematically speaking, if they have great game after great game after great game, they can technically still make it back to really good position.
Yeah.
Maybe not like quite in the fight for the World League spot, but at least for better cash prize. So I still have high hopes, but I don't have high hopes for Team Pace. That's another team who said had to have a good game.
Oh my God.
They out just like Jordanian squads.
Oh my God, that is actually good for Jordanian squad. But I tell you what, it's even better for headquarters and SWAT 69 because those two teams are still in this game.
I am absolutely baffled by what the hell is happening in this game. The teams we said had to do great are doing bad. And they're going to have, like, the next 4 games after this one, they have no room for mistake, technically speaking.
Yeah. And if Yala gets a good result, that's going to help them as well. But Bandar gets taken out, leaving headquarters down to 2 players. All the while, Live to Kill are pretty much down to 1. Their second player, actually, sorry, they're down to 3, should I say, because that knock player will get revived up.
Did take 12. They're out. Live to Kill, getting really close to headquarters. Headquarters, they only have 2 members currently here. They've got to be careful. Whoa, SWAT 69 going for a breach. Don't see them do that very often, but here we go. They are entering this compound, trying to overtake team of NASR, chucking that utility, chucking those nades over. Try and get the initial knockdown on NASR, and it will work out. King will get the first knock on Moomin. They got another 1-2 on Ninja, leaving them down to only 2. It's going to be Zebol and Hazem. But even Zebol's so down low. That utility is spot on from SWAT 69. And now they're going to be just swarming through. That molly on the lower side is going to be doing great, denying the push up from SWAT 69. They're going to take a little bit of extra time, but NASR might die to this breach.
I reckon they will. We talked about utility really working out. Moabing going down. It's going to be the end of NASR. Just Zebol is left standing as a 4-man SWAT 69 team, ready to finish them off. And just like that, SWAT 69 get their 4th kill and take away NASR.
I gotta say, that nade of Moha, so spicy. Imperium. That was great. Got the knockdown and flushed out 1 kill to make it sure, and they just committed to it. That was one of the best breaches I had the chance of seeing so far. They're normally the team that defends compounds, but this time they were the one that was attacking. And man, when you defend well, that means also you know how to breach it, and that was absolutely insane from them.
And what was great also is that MTB military, they're still around. So by taking out NASR, they can focus on MTB wherever they need to go. But phase 5 gonna be exposed in the next couple of seconds. It goes to the west. Oh my God, these circle shifts.
Oh, this is the 50-50 road split, Imperium. We're still build the compound on the eastern side of Yasnar Polyana. It's still in play. And Alpha, they're going to, of course, overtake it. That's the hospital area of that place. Great. It has super good high ground, really good peeking. Unfortunately, pretty sure that phase 6 is not going to go in your favor unless there's another hard shift. We had, 3 hard shifts in a row? I mean, the odds are definitely looking great for them.
It's definitely tough. Now, SWAT 69, they're outside the circle. But like I said, they got MTB behind them. I don't know if they know that. They do not indeed. So now they're just going to get in the vehicles and disengage. And that's fine, right? They've got to respond swiftly. They are going to look to rotate head first into the circle on the south side of the road.
Is he getting jucked up once again on Faker? This time it's Clan SK. Oh, it does get a little bit of damage. He's got the intel now that someone's localized there. Will they get the initial shutdown? Oh, hello, Byban. They got eliminated in 10th position, down after top 9. But Alpha, I would say just don't really overcommit. It's not really worth it to put yourself in a field because now the circle's so close, the potential chance of having teams having an angle you are actually pretty high. Yeah. So it's not worth it for just one frag.
It's not indeed, but they will also want to take that player out in case they don't get caught out. And really? The kill in the center. What the hell is going on? He's managing to survive. He throws down. Zero. He's in amongst the smoke looking for Madoni, but he's managing to survive as Live to Kill do get eliminated.
Yala Esports and Alpha, they get the shut down on Live to Kill, eliminated in 9th. But it sees Mooney. Oh my god, but Mooney's got to try and fight back, taking quite a bit of damage, while Headquarters also eliminated Imperium. All the teams that are like in the contestment for the world, he got out almost.
Well, except for SWAT 69, who are still in this. And it's Ayala. They're joining together. They got to get rid of SWAT 69. SWAT 69 are the team that are holding them off. All three teams are on the southeast edge of this circle, waiting it out, holding on. With the smokes being thrown out, they've got to try and heal themselves up before pushing that little bit more forward as Fate, Insane, right near SWAT 69.
Insane, unfortunately, pretty sure he is just locked down. The car exploded, he's got nowhere to rotate. The only way he could get saved really is waiting for the other teams to disengage it. The harsh circle shift comes on through. But there you go, MTV. Mooney will be out. They take 6th position. Still got to say, that is one of their best games so far. They are in last position. That is allowing them to climb quite a fair amount in the overall standings. While Kevin of Yala Esports with Anas, they are definitely just pinned down, hoping the full circle to goes their way. Where will it go? And it's going to go completely so far away from them. Rip for Yala Esports.
Oh, and once again, the water is still in play. Right into the hands with the circle shift of Alpha Legends on the edge of Yasnai that they've held on to for a good 10 to 15 minutes of this game. Was Moha looking for the remaining player of Fate. But they've got to think about the rotation. They've got to think about having to get into the circle. And I think they will look to do that all the while. Frag are actually splitting up. 2 to the south of the road, 2 to the north of the road. I like that preparation that they are putting in place.
Oh, this harsh circle shift looking so good for Alpha, while Fate, unfortunately, will bite the dust, taken out in 5th position. That's still top 5. They can be really happy about their performance. Now, Alpha, they just have to hold on to it. They've got such a high ground position with that building right behind them. They can just abuse and shut down other teams. There it is, Frag. They're going to try and move on forward a little bit closer to the circle as we're now closing up on this 6th circle. And they're sending Shadow out over to SWAT 69. That's a risky play, but well, I want to see if that's going to pay off, actually.
Well, you've got to try and get the intel. You've got to be prepared and see that they are a full squad. They are making that push as Flula. He's really aware of the fact that there is somebody that rotated close by. They are still a full squad though, Max, man. So I'd love to see SWAT 69 spread themselves out a little bit more heavily across the south side of the circle.
The utility of Shadow, of course, now he's got the information. He knows where they are. He's going to potentially try and just rotate back toward this squad if he can. He's still got to cross that road. He's got to be very careful. While Yala's still in one really bad position. They are the furthest away. They're now going to be taking that blue zone, take damage. Indeed, Anas will be knocked away because of it and flushed out normally by Team Frag. It will be Hixie that will confirm that frag. And Alpha up to 9 kills once more. They're going to go for 2nd double-digit kill game.
Chidor gonna be able to get himself up with the level 3 helmet, level 3 vest, and whatever else is in that juicy crate. All the while, Kevin from Yala Esports holding on. He's the last player. The circle did shift down south indeed. So remember the fact that Frag sent 2 to the south of the road and kept 2 up north. That is heavily weighed in their favor because now they have Outplay and Hamodi across the road, but Hamodi just got knocked down.
I'm absolutely loving how Frag are playing this one, but unfortunately the circle is not looking great for them. They have 1 knockdown, 1 flushed out. And Moody, you know, the rest is going to be really hard for them to pull off, taking the blues and take damage in maybe just the next circle shift. But SWAT 69, still one big team you must not forget about. They got the high ground position in the south, and they can try and hit so much intel and just such high ground position and engage on these teams. While Freak, unfortunately, the blue zone is doing some really big work on these squads, and Team Frag will not remain the kings of ERANGEL for this game of the day.
Now we're down to 2 teams. SWAT 69 are full squad, but they've got to respond. They're being just a little bit too passive, Max. They've allowed Alpha Legends to get too close T edge of the circle. Hell, they've allowed them to get into the circle, and now as Faker, Kato, Shador, and the fourth player of Alpha Legends surround SWAT 69. How are SWAT 69 going to respond?
Well, I would say the best way for them to do it, pull off a little bit of a split. They can decide how many. Wait. Oh my god, I thought that was going to actually be perfect on King there. But like, just spread out, send some members over to the east, because right now you're getting completely just cornered. And Rayman's position, I got to say, is absolutely spot on. He's going to get them from the back, trying to get some intel with some nades and a little bit of utility. But Alpha, this is a great engage. They knew the position was shifting away from them, and they did not wait. They didn't want to get pressured away by 69. But that's a great, of course, nade from Buffalo. Going to put Faker down. Will the rest come on through? This is their fight. This is now the time for SWAT 69 to take the fight for themselves.
Nice by SWAT 69, confirming a kill. Now they're a one-man advantage, but Flua gets knocked down by the angle, by the flank. Now he's going to get a second knockdown. You called it, Max. Is he going to be the SWAT killer for his side?
That's the C, but SWAT 69 down to only 2, which is also the case for the other side. Kaito of Alpha Legends moving on forward. And 7R right there. Oh my god, he's got 2 kills, gets 1, he gets a second, he gets knocked away, and it will be turned to a 1v1. And Rayman, he wakes up and secures the back-to-back chicken dinner on Sanhok and ERANGEL for his team. 2 chicken dinners on this second day. This is huge for Alpha Legends.
It was all down to Rayman. He was the playmaker for the Alpha Legends side at the end. He flanked around to the side. He got 2 knockdowns for his team. Then he was able to get back up. He was able to go forward. And of course, you got to point out the fact that Kato was able to also get 2 knockdowns for his side. Meant it was down to that golden 1v1. And Rayman came in and got the final blow. 2 chicken dinners in a row for Alpha Legends.
Only way SWAT 69 could have dealt with that is just like by spreading up. Unfortunately, they just got like enclosed in the southern side of that circle with the Blues in behind them, all of Alpha in front of them. They had no way of retreating or repositioning, and unfortunately, they just suffered that. They still got to say, despite that bad situation, made such a good impact out of it. They almost got the fight going their way, but unfortunately, they just had Rayman that had like the perfect position, and it just got 2 knockdowns in the back, then able to commit and engage on the last one, and it was great. Got to say, really proud of them as we go over the replay of this game. Taken once again by Alpha Legend was the back-to-back dub.
Like, at the end of the day, it still wasn't, it was by no means a bad result for SWAT 69. 10 kills, 14 placement points. That's going to be 24 points in their side. Nice to see Frag getting a better result once again, as hello buyback. Just that UAS was unbelievable.
Of course, SNT, struggling on that rotation away. They knew there was a team that was towards the Eastern Bridge, so they had to try and find a better way to rotate there. They did die pretty damn early. But of course, like, the rotations were hard for some of these teams because they got encounters that were like not really expected. But the teams made the most out of it. And look at that bridge. That bridge from SWAT 69 was
so clean.
So clean. That nade from Mohad I mentioned got the flush and got the knockdown. Then they just committed. They knew they had man advantage. Why would you not go for the engage at that stage?
The only thing I can think of for SWAT 69 being a little bit passive at the end was that they weren't quite sure if there was only one team left in the game, so they were afraid of maybe being third party from the side. That's the only thing I can think of, because you saw how aggressive they were in a calculated manner up until that point. I thought that would have carried through, and I believe they had to be 1,000,000,000% sure that it was just one team left standing against them, that they would have been a bit more aggressive on the south side of the circle. But either way, SWAT 69 played a fantastic game.
Alpha Legends, the fact that they were still holding to that building until the very, very end allowed them to just clear all of that circle and make their rotation through the road a lot easier, because roads are never your friend in the world of PUBG Mobile, and that just made it so much easier for them because it was only SWAT 69 they had to focus on. Then of course Kaito was there, got the knockdown, turned to a 1v1, and Rayman didn't want to let the time for him to reload. You can